Hey guys, welcome. My name is Violetta Alexis. I'm a professional tarot reader and studying to become a professional Western tropical astrologer. I'm using the whole sign house system. I'm going to be talking about the new moon in Virgo that is going to be occurring at September 14th, 2023 at 21 degrees. I'm actually pretty excited about this new moon, but also it feels a little iffy. This new moon is about our health, our day to day, our work, our routine, something that we're working on, maybe something that we're also trying to perfect, that we're trying to change for the better, that we're trying to make better. The ruler of this new moon is Mercury, which has been retrograde, and shortly thereafter, the new moon, Mercury will go direct. So I feel like whatever we've been rethinking or reanalyzing, now this is kind of the push forward. This is like make it or break it kind of moment. We are having this new moon that's going to trine Uranus. And so there's some kind of innovative change, something that we're doing differently, something that's maybe even out of the box, or something that's like a positive surprise that's happening in whichever Taurus, wherever Taurus is in your natal charts. It's also going to trine Jupiter in Taurus. So it's expanding our Taurus whole sign house in our natal chart. So whatever that is for you. It's also going to make a trine to Pluto, which is giving us more power, more influence, more positive change. Just be cautious with that opposition to Neptune because there is something a little iffy about it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the signs, Aries through Pisces. Hello, Aries and Aries rising. I hope that you guys are doing super awesome. Welcome to your new moon in Virgo. So this new moon in Virgo is happening at 21 degrees in your sixth house of health, day-to-day work routine, scheduling, etc. The ruler of this new moon is Mercury, which is exalted in Virgo, and it's been going retrograde in your sixth house, in the same house. So this to me feels like whatever you've been rethinking, right? In regards to health, in regards to work, in regards to scheduling, in regards to routine, even in regards to cleanliness, really. Maybe you've been picking up the house more. You know, you decided that you've been wanting to, clean up for 30 minutes every day, right? It could be something as simple as that. It could be, rethinking your health and your diet even. Mercury is going to go direct shortly thereafter, this new moon. And so I feel like this is like, oh, right? It's like this realization of the new beginning that you're wanting to have and that you're going to have, that you're implementing in your life. I will say for some of you, you could be like going to the doctor, maybe getting some results and trying to figure out maybe what's going on. There could be some iffy things here with that opposition to Neptune. Like you could feel like maybe you get some mixed results or maybe something's not totally clear with like a new project or a new job of some sort. Regardless, this new moon is still going to trine Uranus and a very strong trine to Uranus in your second house of your priorities, your self-esteem, self-worth, self-value, the money that you're making, your priorities. And Uranus rules your 11th house of aspirations, dreams, goals, groups and communities that you're a part of. So maybe there's something new that you're starting in regards to making money or in regards to a project. I feel like for some of you, this new beginning is really going to benefit by bringing people on with you in some way, or some people in your life, or are going to somehow help you make money or help you raise money or help you make more money in it maybe in a different kind of way. For some of you, it could absolutely be about like, you changing what it is that you're putting into your mouth. The second house can represent like what you're putting into your gullet. You know what I mean? And this could be like maybe you're joining some kind of like, I don't know, Facebook group about like Dieters Anonymous. I don't know. Give me something like that, okay? You also have a trine to Jupiter going on with that new moon. Jupiter does rule your ninth house. So I feel like this is like very optimistic for you. This is something that you feel like is your higher purpose in some way. If this is like some kind of job, you're feeling good about it is what I think. I think that you're really also taking care of yourself. The moon does rule your fourth house. So this is like you really taking care of your own needs and making sure that you're comfortable. Chiron's been in your first house, not the funnest transit. I've dated a couple of people that have had their Chiron in my first house and it was hell. So I can't imagine just having that there for you guys. It is also going to make a trine to Pluto. It's a weak trine, still a trine in your 10th house of career and reputation. So I feel like whatever this is that you're starting, maybe you are starting a new diet and new workout routine, and now you're showing up as sexy, and now people are like desiring you and shit, you know. Or it can be you starting a new work project or starting a new job, and that somehow giving you influence and power over the masses, or, you know, out in the world, people are viewing you as more powerful, etc. I think, was that it? Could also be something creative. Okay, it could be something creative that you're starting as well. Some new work or job that's more creative in a kind of like creative industry as such. And you could be starting that. I feel like it's going to benefit your finances, if anything. I feel like your pocketbook is just going to be expanding. I feel like you're going to love it. Just be cautious of that opposition to Neptune, you know. Be careful of like working yourself sick to the point where you're forced to take leave, or you're forced to sit back and relax and go to sleep. You know what I mean? So just don't work yourself too hard. Take care of your health around this time. Focus on your work, but make sure you're also taking care of yourself, okay? So thank you so much, Aries. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next sign. Let me know how this is manifesting for you in the comment section below, and make sure that you like, share, and subscribe if you have not already. Thanks a lot, Aries. Talk soon. Bye. Hello, Taurus and Taurus rising. Welcome to your new moon in Virgo. So Taurus, this new moon is happening in your Virgo 5th house of children, creativity, entrepreneurship, self-expression. The ruler of this new moon is Mercury, which has been going retrograde in your 5th house for some time. So any revisions that you've had about a self-owned business, about your children, about a specific romantic relationship, about the fun that you want to have, this is going to launch whatever this new moon is, because shortly thereafter, Mercury is going to continue to, it's going to start stationing direct, and it's going to move forward through your 5th house. So I feel like all of this stuff that's been going on with Venus retrograde in your 4th, Mercury retrograde in your 5th, and this has been going on for a while. I feel like this is the beginning after all of that. This is the inspiration. This is the new business. This is the way I'm rebranding. This is my new relationship. This is what I want in love. This is the kind of relationship that I want with my children. This is what I will tolerate and what I will not tolerate. These are my values. You know, Mercury rules your 2nd house. So this could be about the money that you're wanting to make, how you're wanting to make money. You know, some ideas that you've had in regards to self-expression, expressing yourself, creativity. There's some kind of new and optimistic beginning that you are having. This new moon is at 21 degrees. So this is a Sagittarius degree. So, you know, Sagittarius can be very, you know, having a lot of faith, a lot of optimism, you know, sometimes even to the point of delusion, you know, gotta love Sages, man. But this is also going to make a trine to Uranus, a strong trine to Uranus in your 1st house of self. Uranus rules your 10th house of career and reputation. So Taurus, to me, whatever this new beginning is that you're having in regards to creativity, children, dating, etc., it seems pretty optimistic. It seems like it's going to change your reputation for the better. It feels like it's something innovative, something exciting, new reputation change. People are looking at you differently. People are loving the new and quirky ideas that you're implementing. Also, with the trine to Jupiter in your 1st, it's a weaker trine. It's still a trine, though. Jupiter does rule your 8th house, okay? So this can be about loans, taxes, other people's money, maybe raising money for some kind of project. You know, this can be also, Jupiter does rule your 11th house, something with other people, a group of people, your audience, getting the funds together, you know, rousing up the crowd in some way, right? I will say this. This new moon is going to oppose Neptune in your Pisces 11th house. So the thing that you're starting, it may be very optimistic, it may be very exciting, but you may not have people that are like with the shit, excuse my language. You know, they could be like, yeah, I don't know about this, or you feel like friends aren't really like calling you back or getting in touch with you, or your audience isn't really like feeling something maybe. You know, Saturn is also here. So this is kind of like, I don't know. You know, there's a little bit of resistance here. And so I feel like you're going to start something new. I feel like it's very positive. It just might take a little bit more work to get there. Okay. So yeah, I feel like overall it's pretty positive, you know. Finally Venus is direct. Thank God. I'm a Taurus rising. Oh, it's just beat the crap out of me. So I hope you guys have not been taking it as hard as I have. But this is a new you. It's all, keep in mind, it's also making a trine to Pluto. It's a weaker trine, but making a trine to Pluto in your ninth house. So maybe something that you're going to launch, you know, maybe something that you're publishing out there, broadcasting out there in the world. But this is giving you some kind of power in that area of your life. Okay. So thank you so much, Taurus and Taurus rising. Let me know how this is resonating for you in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe if you have not. And God bless you. And I hope that everything works out well. Talk soon. Bye. Hello, Gemini and Gemini risings. Welcome to your new moon in Virgo. So you guys are going to be having a new moon in your Virgo 4th house of home, family, your childhood, your emotions, relationship to your mother. The ruler of this new moon is Mercury, which has been retrograde, as most of you very well know. Shortly thereafter, Mercury is going to end up moving forward to continue to move through your 4th house. So Mercury is exalted in Virgo. It does the best in Virgo. And you're having a new moon here. And the new moon is, like I said, ruled by this Mercury retrograde, okay? So for some of you, you are figuring out finally where you want to live. You're figuring out a home situation. You are figuring out where it is that you want to move, where you want to stay, where you want to go. Figuring out a relationship between you and a partner, maybe somebody that you live with. Some kind of new beginning in regards to home and family matters. Maybe you were thinking about starting a family, and now that maybe that's what you want to do for some of you, but I'm not really feeling that. Of course it could be. But you are going to have this new moon, and it's going to be in a trine, a strong trine to Uranus, and then it's going to be in a bit of a weaker trine to Jupiter. Still a trine nonetheless, though. So to me, with Uranus ruling your 9th house of foreign travel, for some of you, you could absolutely be thinking about traveling abroad, moving abroad, and you could be specifically doing this with a partner. Jupiter does rule your 7th house of one-on-one committed relationships. For some of you, it could be you starting an at-home business, a home business maybe, where you are taking on some clients, maybe some foreign clients for some of you. You know, Mercury has been retrograde. This is your guys' ruler, okay? So, you know, this is what you've been doing. You guys have been kind of through the ringer a little bit, but, you know, this Mercury retrograde honestly wasn't that bad. You know, I'm a Virgo sun. I'm not a Gemini or Virgo rising, but nonetheless, you know, and so there's something that you're going to start feeling better about. There's something that you're going to start finally feeling like you can move towards, whether that is a new home, whether that is an at-home business, you know, whether that is maybe moving in with somebody. Hold on, let me take out my ear pod. So for a lot of you, it is going to be travel. Now, keep in mind that whatever this is, it's making an opposition to your your 10th house of career and reputation. So for a lot of you, you're wanting to start this new beginning in regards to home and family matters, but something at your career is like iffy. You know, maybe a boss is, you know, kind of trying to manipulate you to come in more, you know, Saturn up here, needing to work more hours, feeling like a boss or a superior has kind of been busting your ass, whatever it may be. You know, for some of you, there could be a question about your reputation, okay? Or there could be a question about maybe even your relationship status for some of you. So I just feel like whatever this new beginning is, I feel like it's going to be fine, but I just think that you kind of have something pulling at you in regards to your career that can be like a little iffy or even honestly a little annoying. Okay, so thank you so much, Gemini and Gemini risings. Let me know how this is playing out for you in the comment section below. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe if you have not already. Thank you guys so much, and talk soon. Bye. Hello, Cancer and Cancer risings. Welcome to your new moon in Virgo. So this new moon in Virgo is going to happen at 21 degrees in your 3rd house. The ruler of this new moon is going to be Mercury, which has been retrograde. Shortly thereafter, Mercury will go direct. So you've been rethinking the things that you need to learn, maybe when it comes to work, maybe when it comes to your higher philosophy, maybe when it comes to your bigger dreams, aspirations, goals, something that you're working on with maybe a community or a group that you're a part of some sort. For some of you, you've been thinking about getting a new car, okay? Just straight up, point blank, period, etc. It could absolutely be something like that. For others of you, I feel like because this new moon is at 21 degrees, there's something that you're feeling very optimistic about. It could be something that has to do with writing, okay? For some of you, if this is about writing, you could be writing something about like your philosophy. You could be writing something about your religion, your spirituality, you know, and it could be because something that you've been rethinking here with Mercury retrograde in the third house, something that you've been revising, and now you're ready to kind of be like, okay, this is what I want to share. This is how I think. This is my new thought process, and this is what I believe. For some of you, it's just as simple as you have been going back and revising something, maybe that you're working on with a group. With these trines to Uranus and Jupiter in your 11th house, there could be something that you're benefiting from, or whatever this new beginning is. It may be that you bring in some new eclectic kind of people, some new friends, maybe people that can change your dreams and aspirations and expand those with that trine to Jupiter for the better. There is going to be an opposition to Neptune. For some of you, there may be something that you're focusing on when it comes to a new course or a skill set that you're trying to study so that you can kind of make it to the big leagues, right? Go to college or pursue some kind of higher education. But I feel like there's something iffy here. Like there could be something iffy here. Could be something kind of iffy with like a mentor or a guru that you deal with. You know, this is like something iffy when it comes to travel, when it comes to higher education, when it comes to your higher self, your philosophy, what your purpose is. And so I feel like you're starting something new, but in 6 months you may be like, oh, well, I don't know if that's in my highest good, or I don't know if that's like really what I want to do when it comes to my higher self. Now, the new moon, like I said, is going to trine Uranus in Taurus in your 11th. Uranus does rule your 8th house. So you could be benefiting financially for one of your dreams, goals, aspirations, benefiting financially through groups, communities, etc. And the 8th house can also just simply represent change, you know? So there could be a lot of change happening in regards to these goals, dreams, aspirations. And for some of you, you do have a super optimistic thought process going on right now. You're ready to move forward. But I will say that for some of you in 6 months, something may change in regards to that, okay? Because you're feeling pretty optimistic, 21 degrees, feeling optimistic, you know, feeling excited about something, maybe even for some of you ready to teach something as well. But I feel like something that you don't realize now will be uncovered later, right? Around the full moon. So I feel like it's mostly positive. Just that iffy little opposition to Neptune can be, well, iffy, okay? So thank you so much, Cancer. Let me know how this is playing out for you in the comment section below. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe, and talk to you guys soon. Bye. All right, hello, Leo and Leo risings. Welcome to your new moon in Virgo. This new moon in Virgo is happening at 21 degrees, which is a Sagittarian degree, and it's happening in your 2nd house of the money that you make, your self-esteem, your self-worth, what you're prioritizing, also what you're putting in your mouth, okay? This new moon is being ruled by Mercury retrograde, also in your 2nd house. So there's been a revision, a rethinking, a reanalyzation about what you feel you are worth. When it comes to just you, when it comes to your self-esteem, when it comes to the money that you're making and, you know, the price that people need to pay for your services or whatever it may be. I feel like this is the last kind of final push to this new beginning that you're having in regards to who you are as a person and how you want to show up in the world. And I say that because this new moon is going to trine Jupiter, and it's also going to strongly trine Uranus. More of a weaker trine to Jupiter, weaker trine to Pluto, but nonetheless still a trine, but a very strong trine to Uranus. So there's something that you're doing in regards to the way that you're making money or the way that you're showing up where people are like, wow, look at this new self-esteem. Look how Leo is prioritizing themselves. Look at Leo shining. You know, the 10th house is all about how the public views us, how the public sees us. And you guys have had Venus going retrograde in your 1st house here for a while. So you guys have been really rethinking the relationships to your body, your personal values, what you're worth, your self-esteem, how you value yourself, really. And so I feel like this is kind of like the set off for all of this that's been happening between Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde. I feel like this is your time. For some of you, you could absolutely be coming up with a new way to make money. I feel like it's an idea that you've had before, or I feel like it's something that you've discussed before. I will say this for some of you, and I was kind of telling this to Aquarius risings as well. for some of you, you could be getting scammed. Okay, I'm just gonna say, like, somebody could call and be like, oh, hey, you know, you have a bill that you have to pay for blah, blah, blah amount of money. And then you end up paying it and find out that, okay, well, that was not what I thought it was going to be, because I just got scammed out of money, and that's not even where it was supposed to be going to. Does that make sense? So just be careful of getting scammed. Uranus does rule your 7th house of one-on-one relationships. So for some of you, maybe you are tying the knot, okay? Maybe you're tying the knot with somebody, right? Maybe you're making that a priority, or maybe you are changing your status from single to dating to married. You know, for some of you, it absolutely could be that. It could be you and a client, you and a business partner of some sort, kind of working together, working to create something, expanding your reputation, and some positive, it feels like some positive change is happening because of this new source of income, because of the way that you're showing up in the world. This is like brand new bitch energy, you know, not to be corny. Okay. But Leo, this looks really good in my personal opinion. I think that you guys are going to do great. Good luck to you. Let me know how this is resonating for you in the comment section below, and like, share, and subscribe if you have not. Thanks a lot, Leo. Talk soon. Bye. Hello, Virgo and Virgo risings. Hope you guys are doing super awesome. Welcome to your new moon in you. So let's talk about it. We have the new moon happening in your 1st house of self, your physical body, you, okay? The ruler of this new moon is Mercury, which is retrograde in your 1st house of self. So this is a new beginning in regards to you, who you are. Mercury does rule your 10th house of career and reputation. Some of you have been really rethinking the way that you want to show up in the world. Who you are, your status, single, married, am I a career person? What am I doing? I feel like with this new moon opposing Neptune in your 7th, it feels like somebody isn't buying into it. Let me put it like that. You know, Virgo, it really feels like somebody is a little confused. They're like, what? Why now? It's something that you've been going back and forth with in regards to who you are, and it may involve somebody that you actively are dealing with. I think that with the moon in a trine to Uranus and Jupiter in your 9th house, for some of you, you could be deciding to, maybe you're having a new belief, right? Maybe about marriage. Maybe you're having a new belief around God, your faith, how you want to show up, who you are. There's been a lot of reevaluation in regards to this. I don't want to say it's an identity crisis, but it's definitely a huge reanalyzation of these things. And shortly after this new moon, it's either the same day or the next day, I can't remember, but it moves forward. Mercury, your ruler, moves forward. So whatever this is that you're discussing potentially with a partner or person in your life, somebody that's very important to you, it feels like you're trying to move forward with something, but this person is like, what? You know, what do you, I don't get it. Like, what are you talking about? Why now? You know, there's a lot of like, maybe things lost in translation a little bit. Things seem to be a little confusing. It's very interesting to me as well, because with this new moon in a conjunction to the sun, obviously, you guys just had a Mercury Cazimi as well. So Mercury, a Mercury Cazimi is when Mercury and the sun come together. The sun rules your 12th house. So you guys just had some epiphanies about your spirituality, about your self-sabotaging behaviors, about any kind of mental health issues, about any addictions, etc. So you guys just had an epiphany about this, which may have kind of somewhat forced you to kind of rediscover your faith in some way, or kind of see your blind spots. So this new moon is also at 21 degrees. So 21 degrees is the manifestation of Jupiter. It's the manifestation of Sagittarius. And so it really feels like you guys are very optimistic about what this is. But like I said, I feel like you have somebody here who's like almost not buying into something for whatever reason. Okay, I have no idea why that will possibly be. For some of you, if you are deciding to visit somebody, because Uranus does rule your sixth house, there could be some changes that you're making to your schedule in order to have this, in order to be able to travel or go to where it is that you're trying to go. So I don't know. It's definitely interesting. I definitely think that you're like having an epiphany. This is who I am. This is what I want to do. This is how I want to move forward. This is how I want to show up into the world. Maybe you're like wanting to commit to a higher level with a partner. You know, this big new spiritual epiphany that you're having, that, oh, this is who I am. This is my purpose. You know, it's something that you're having, but it feels like somebody in your life is like, what? I'm not going to lie. Whatever this is that you're trying to do, I feel like whoever this person is, it feels like the ball is in their court with Saturn being in your seventh house. So it feels like the ball is kind of in this person's court in some way, right? So if they may drop some kind of boundary with you for whatever reason. Ultimately, I feel like mostly it seems pretty positive. So, you know, nothing to fear. I just feel like you got somebody kind of on your nutsack a little bit. You know what I mean? Kind of like, I don't know about this. So thank you so much, Virgo Sun and Virgo Rising. Let me know how this is playing out for you in the comment section below, and make sure that you like, share, and subscribe if you have not. Good luck, Virgos. Bye. Hello, Libra and Libra Risings. Hope you guys are doing super awesome for this new moon in Virgo. Welcome. So you guys are going to be having a new moon happening in your 12th house. So 12th house is the unseen. It can be your blind spot. It can also talk about creativity. It can talk about resting, isolation, and mental health, addictions, things of that nature. So this to me looks highly spiritual. You know, this new moon in Virgo is being ruled by Mercury retrograde. So Mercury going retrograde in your 12th house, there's been a lot of things that you've been reevaluating in regards to your mental health, in regards to your spirituality, in regards to any spiritual practices that you do on your own time when you're in the comfort of your own home or when you're alone. Mercury does rule your 9th house of publishing, higher education, travel, and spirituality. To me, this is you really rethinking your faith. A lot of you are rethinking your faith, your relationship to God, your relationship to the universe, whatever it is that you believe in. And I feel like you guys are maybe having some kind of epiphany. And I say that because this new moon is going to trine Uranus in your 8th house. To me, this is a huge change for you guys. And I feel like it's in a positive direction. I think that a lot of you are feeling the need to spend a lot of time alone and behind the scenes. This is kind of like, I want to be alone. I want to do my own thing. I want to focus on my spirituality. I want to focus on my creativity. I will say this. If you are focused on a personal creative project, you know, that maybe you're wanting to put out there, the moon does rule your 10th house of career reputation. Maybe it's something that you're trying to launch. You know, Mercury can also represent like marketing and things like that. And it does rule your 9th house, which can sometimes talk about that as well. Maybe you're trying to put something out in the world. Maybe you're wanting to express yourself in some way, right? Some kind of dream or aspiration that you have. The sun does rule your 11th house, but it's going to oppose Neptune in your 6th house of day-to-day, your routine, your schedule, your work, your health. I will say, absolutely, right? Focus on your creativity, focus on your mental health, focus on, you know, being alone and stuff like that. Sure, right? I would just say be cautious because your physical health could suffer in some way. Like maybe you stop going to the gym, or you start maybe, you know, not keeping up with your diet. Maybe you just want to take a bunch of time off of work, you know. And so I do want to say your job or your health could be kind of driving a hard bargain right now. So don't be so consumed with this 12th house stuff that you neglect your 6th house stuff. I do think that this is going to bring in a huge change, as I said, with the trines to Uranus and Jupiter in your Taurus 8th house of change. This could be also you having epiphanies in regards to your trauma and self-sabotaging behaviors, you know, and I feel like you're feeling a lot more optimistic because of whatever this is. For some of you, you're going to have some kind of emotional release as well through some kind of creative writing or something that you're producing. Uranus does rule your 5th house. So I feel like this is something that you're getting ready to launch or something that you're getting ready to do that you're rethinking, that you're going to express yourself, okay, in some way. So I really actually love this one. You guys have kind of one of my more favorite new moons, to be honest. It just seems very spiritual and awakening. So I really like this for you, Libra risings. Let me know how this is playing out for the comments in the comments section below. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe, and the best of luck to you, Libra. Bye for now. Hey, Scorpio and Scorpio risings. I hope you guys are doing super awesome. Welcome. So you guys are going to be having this new moon in Virgo happening in your 11th house of groups, communities, friendships, your big goals, dreams, aspirations. The ruler of this new moon is Mercury, which has been retrograde in your 11th house. There's been a lot of rethinking, reevaluating, some reanalyzation, excuse my water bottle, of the friends, groups, communities, and your goals and dreams. Now, I feel like for some of you, it could absolutely be some kind of new goal or new aspiration that you've maybe been thinking about or going back and forth with, you know, because of that Mercury retrograde in your 11th house. And now you're like, you know what, I'm going to do it. With the trine to Jupiter in your 7th house, you could have somebody that you're partnering up with in regards to some kind of goal that you have, okay? It feels like you're coming together with another person, with people, and somebody very significant is what I feel. So for some of you, this reevaluation that you've had around groups, communities, friendships, etc., that you're a part of, I feel like you're joining something, like you're coming together with people. And for some of you, if you're single, it could be you meeting somebody that could almost feel very nostalgic. Uranus does rule your 4th house. It could feel very nostalgic. It could feel like a past life kind of connection if you believe in those kinds of things. It could be with somebody that maybe even starts out as a friend and it turns into something different, you know, for some of you. I will say, with this new moon in an opposition to Neptune in the 5th house, if you are going out, if you are joining this group, if you do have a new goal, aspiration, or if you actually do meet somebody here, I will say it could challenge somebody that you're already dating, or challenge a younger person for some reason. Maybe you are joining this new group, you start meeting people, and somebody that you're already dating is like, well, you know, like they could feel like they're being deceived in some way, like you're maybe kind of hiding it, or, you know, I hate to say that. People that are dating a Scorpio rising are probably like, what the hell, right? But for some of you, it absolutely could be that. For others of you, it could just be a very creative time to start a new dream or aspiration in a very creative way, and other people kind of tagging along in some way. So I feel like it's pretty positive, to be honest. And for some of you, you could end up like going into business with somebody. Jupiter does rule your 2nd house, or it could be somebody that could maybe help you make more money in some way. Okay. And for some of you, it could, because Jupiter also rules your 5th house. So it absolutely could be somebody that you get sexual with. I'm just putting that out there. Okay. So thank you so much, Scorpio and Scorpio risings. It looks pretty good to me. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and talk soon. Bye. Hello, Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. Hope that you guys are super awesome. Welcome. This is going to be your new moon in your Virgo 10th house of career and reputation, and how people view you out in the public space. This is a new beginning in regards to these matters. Maybe you're wanting to show up differently. Maybe you are taking on a new position at work. Maybe you're starting a new project of some sort. I think I already said maybe some of you guys are getting promoted. With this new moon, or with Mercury retrograde being the ruler of this new moon, I feel like this is kind of a back and forth with something that you've already been trying to start anyway. And it could be a back and forth because there's something going on at home, okay? It could be a sick family member of some sort. It could be, just maybe you're having leaks at home. Neptune can represent water, okay? Maybe there's some kind of water issue happening, but it feels like something is basically calling your attention at home, and you're trying to have this new beginning, but you're having a hard time. Whether that's a sick family member or renovations to the home or just something going on in the home that seems a little pressing. Maybe you have to take care of somebody, I also want to say, I do like this new moon in a trine to Uranus in your Taurus 6th house of day-to-day work and routine. It feels like you're able to, maybe Uranus does rule your 3rd house. Some of you are delegating tasks to somebody else so that way you can have this new beginning. Maybe you are trying to have a new position in your career. Maybe you are starting a new career of some sort. But because of this sick family member or because of whatever is going on at home, you believe it would be viable or smart to delegate tasks to somebody else. I feel like this is probably the best idea. I think that you're going to be having some very positive conversations, I want to say, in regards to health, work, routine, in regards to your career, or in regards to how you're showing up in the world. Also, there's a trine to Jupiter, okay? It's at a weaker orb, but there's still a trine to Jupiter. Jupiter is you. So I feel like this is going to benefit you. This is going to benefit you directly, whatever it may be. And I feel like it's something in regards to how people are perceiving you, or when it comes to your work and how you're showing up in the world, okay? So just, I would say a little bit of issue maybe around the home, but other than that, it could be pretty positive, okay? So thank you so much, Sagittarius. I hope that you enjoy your new moon in Virgo, and talk soon. Bye. Hello, Capricorn and Capricorn risings. Welcome to your new moon in Virgo. So you guys are going to be having a new moon in your Virgo 9th house of writing, publishing, foreign travel, and higher education. So a lot of you are planning a trip. For some of you, it's just that simple. You guys are planning a trip. This new moon is also at 21 degrees, which is a Sagittarius degree. Sagittarius does talk about foreign travel. This new moon is being ruled by Mercury, which is also in your 9th house, and it's currently retrograde. So for some of you, you are planning, or you are actually going on some kind of trip. This could be somewhere that you've been before. The ruler of this new moon is Mercury, which is retrograde in that house. It could be somewhere that you've already visited before. I will say this, because Mercury does rule your 6th house, I would say you guys are trying to figure out a schedule that works best for you, so that way you can actually plan this trip or go on this trip for some of you. Trying to figure out the work schedule, trying to make sure you got all your ducks in a row. I also want to say that with this new moon in an opposition to Neptune in your 3rd house, it could be car trouble, but to me this makes me feel like there are some things that you need to get in order when it comes to, like, I don't know, passports, visas, any kind of documentation, even when it comes to, like, a legality, right? Getting your ducks in a row when it comes to some kind of documentation for travel, for legal purposes. Maybe you are wanting to publish something, is everything in order for that? Do you have all your T's crossed and your I's dotted? I will say I do like this new moon in a trine to Uranus in Taurus in your 5th house. This could be something very creative. This could be like a writing piece that you are finally deciding to publish, something that you're finally deciding to put out there. This can be, you really taking the initiative to put something out there and express yourself in a way that is highly authentic to you. I feel like that's pretty much it. I feel like I don't really have anything else to say. This could also be you planning a trip with a partner. For some of you, maybe a partner kind of surprises you, or you spring a trip on a partner or something like that, or maybe you're deciding to take something to like a higher level of commitment or something like that. I just want to say, when it comes to documentation, or when it comes to scheduling, I would just double check that stuff, being that Mercury is retrograde and this new moon is being ruled by Mercury retrograde. Okay, so thank you so much, Capricorn and Capricorn risings. Best of luck to you, and talk soon. Bye. Hey, Aquarius risings. I hope you guys are doing super awesome. Welcome to the new moon in Virgo. So you guys are going to be having a new moon in Virgo in your 8th house. So the 8th house can talk about a crisis. The 8th house can talk about death, sex, taxes, loans, investments, and the ruler of this new moon is Mercury, which is retrograde at the time of this new moon, which is also in your 8th house. Okay, what just happened here? Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. I don't know how I just did that. All right, are we back on track? Okay, great. And so for me, if there's somebody that you're dealing with, if there is, Mercury retrograde, this could be a younger person. This could be a child. This could be something about a partner or somebody that you have shared resources with. This could be something about work specifically. So for some of you with this new moon, this could be a partner, a younger person, somebody that you're dealing with in a financial matter that could be having some kind of new investment, or, possibly even needing money from you in some way. I feel like this is something that has been going on for some time. This is some kind of back and forth between you and another person when it comes to investments, money, loans. I feel like this is something that's been discussed before, because the ruler of this new moon is Mercury, which is retrograde. So it feels like there's somebody maybe asking for your support in regards to a financial situation. Now, this new moon is going to oppose Neptune in your 2nd house of your money and the money that you're making. So I would say this: be careful of getting screwed over by another person when it comes to finances, okay? Somebody could say, hey, you owe me money, blah, 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 and then you find out you have been scammed in some way. It could be, a younger person of sorts that is asking you for money, and they could be scamming you out of some money in some way, or maybe even taking advantage a little bit. Now, I feel like with Saturn in your 2nd house, Saturn being your ruler, I feel like you guys are going to be implementing some boundaries. At the time of this new moon, Saturn is also at the 2nd degree, which is a Taurus degree, and the 2nd house. So I feel like you guys are putting a big boundary when it comes to finances or any kind of risky investments, especially when it comes to a child or when it comes to a younger person, okay? For others of you, if it's not about like a specific person in your life, it could absolutely be you getting scammed out of some money. Hey, this is your Comcast bill. You owe us so-and-so money. You need to pay us now, or your internet's going to get turned off, or whatever the case is. I would just be cautious. I like that this new moon is going to trine Uranus, which is also one of your rulers. So I feel like this is, and it's also going to trine Jupiter here. So I feel like this is like a new beginning that seems very exciting, seems very life-changing, possibly even for you specifically. I would just be careful about like signing anything, looking through documents, etc., because you could get fooled a little bit, okay? So thank you so much, and I hope that you guys have a great new moon, and God bless. Bye. Hey Pisces, how you doing? Welcome. I hope you guys are doing super awesome. So welcome to the new moon in Virgo. You guys are going to be having a new moon in your 7th house of one-on-one partnerships, whether that's intimate, whether that's a client, whether that's, it could be romantic. The moon does rule your 5th house of romance. Maybe a new client. Like I said, the sun does rule your 6th house of day-to-day work and routine. Now, this new moon, so this is a new beginning. So for some of you, you're entering a new relationship. Or for some of you, if you're already in an existing relationship, there could be somebody here who's like, oh, it's a new me, I've changed, you know, things are different now with that trine to Uranus. Sorry, excuse my crappy handwriting. With that trine to Uranus, this could be somebody that you're having a conversation with where maybe you guys have been going back and forth for a while about whether or not to commit with one another or whether or not you want to take this client on. It feels like Uranus rules your 12th house. I feel like this is something that you're not going to expect. I feel like this is something that could blindside you with something that they say. Now, I don't necessarily think it's bad per se. I will say this. This new moon is going to oppose Neptune and Pisces in your first house. I don't feel like everything is cracked up to what someone is acting it's like. Does that make sense? Like, it feels like somebody's saying that they've changed or things are different or they're communicating, and with that that trine to Jupiter, someone's telling you, you know, maybe all the things that you want to hear, etc., and you guys are having this conversation. Maybe they want to travel to come see you. 21 degrees is a Sagittarius degree, long distance travel. The third house is short distance travel. So maybe somebody's traveling to come and see you after this conversation, but the ruler of this new moon is Mercury, which is retrograde, and shortly thereafter, literally within what, 20, is it the same day or the next day, something like that, Mercury's going to go direct. So I feel like this is a conversation that you've kind of had before, or this wishy-washy energy between you and another person. But I feel like once Mercury goes direct, you're going to kind of make a decision here on what you want to do. Now, I feel like with Saturn in your first house, the ball's in your court. I feel like you kind of hold the power here about who you want to take as a client, right? Who you want to associate with, who you want to spend time with, spend your day-to-day with. And I think that, you know, I would say be cautious, because with that opposition to Neptune in your first house, you could be the one that is being deceived in some way. I'm not saying it's like some huge thing, but it could absolutely, somebody could be kind of blowing smoke up your ass a little bit, you know. So I just want to say be cautious of that. I do love the trines, yada yada yada, but that opposition to Neptune tells me there's more to the story. Okay, so I feel like it's also about you guys setting boundaries. You know, that full moon in Pisces on, what was it, the 30th? I mean, that was a pretty emotional day for a lot of people. So, I mean, I don't know what happened for you guys that specific day. Maybe you drew up a boundary in some way, somehow. But what this feels like is you and another person that have been going back and forth for a long time. And now it's like, okay, what are we going to do about this? So thank you so much. I really appreciate your time, and talk soon. Bye.